So, good morning, one and all. Welcome to the Python programming workshop. Today, we will see strings in Python. So, we know what is string. String is an array of characters. In Python, strings are also arrays of bytes representing Unicode characters. However, in Python does not have a character data type. In other languages, C, C++, Java, C#, everywhere there is string is another data type, as well as character, single character is also different data type. But in Python, strings and character data type are not different. Character is not data type present in the Python. Instead of that, string data type is present. A single character is simply a string with a length of 1. Square brackets can be used to access elements of the string like other one-dimensional arrays in other languages. Yeah, okay. So, what is string literals? That is string constants. How we can initialize the string constant? String literals in Python are surrounded by either single quotation marks or double quotation marks. For example, hello, single quotes, is same as the double quotes hello. Okay. Next, multi-line strings. In multi-line string, we can use 3 quotes, either single or doubles. For example, suppose I want to write Amol in first line, Jagtap in second line, that is multi-line comment. So write 3 double quotes or single quotes, it works. Okay, we will see that part on the PyCharm ID also. So let's move on the next part. String are actually the arrays. Python does not have a character data type. We will see that part. A single character is simply a string with a length of 1. Great. Square brackets can be used to access the elements of string. The square brackets are nothing but the subscript operators. Okay. Then take one example. Suppose A is equal to, in double quotes, hello students. That means A is of type string and string is initialized hello students. Actually it is an object and A is a reference variable. Next, if you want to print single character from that string at index 1, so write print A of 1. Okay, so H, capital H is at the index 0 because string index starts from 0, then E at the index 1. So what is the output of this program? Output is a E. Okay, let's check whether it works or not. So open the PyCharm. In PyCharm ID, create new project, give the name to the project as a string 22, then choose the interpreter, existing interpreter, that is python.exe, create the Python's file. Okay, so it creates string 22 as a project name. Inside project name we can create one Python file, Python, give the name str1 as a Python file. So it creates Python file, that is string1.py. Guys, you are very much familiar with now PyCharm, how to create project directory and how to create py files inside the project. So string1.py is a file, Python file is created. Now just write the code. So S is a string. Suppose I am writing Amol space Jagtap. Okay, in single quote or double quote it works. Now print. What we have to print? Single characters from the S. S of what? Index 2. So what is the index 2? This is A is at the index 0, M1 and O2. So what is the expected output? Output of this program is O. Just check it. Okay, so output of this program is O. Yeah, it works. Suppose Minus indexing is applicable in Python. Yes. Suppose s minus 1, it gives any syntactical error. Let's check it works or not. Yeah, in Python minus indexing also works. It gives you p, means minus 1 means reverse string. From reverse side, first character minus 1 means, that is p. So p get displayed. Suppose you want to print second last character, so write s minus 2. So let's check it whether it works or not. So what is the second last character in this Amol space Jagtap string? A. Great, it works. That means minus indexing is also applicable in Python. Okay, let's check if multi-line string is work. If Amol is on first line and Jagtap is on second line, so what happens? Okay, it splits it. Okay, so just check, but remove it. Suppose Amol one line and Jagtap on the another line, it gives you error, syntactical error. Just run it. Okay, it gives you syntax error. Okay, so what is the syntax for initializing multi-line string? That is triple double quotes or single line quotes. It works? Yes, it works. Okay, and output it what? Minus 2, that is A. Okay, it's fine. So multi-line string is initialized using triple double quotes or single quotes. I will show you single quotes also. Yes, but one single quote double quote, it works. Yes, just run it. No, it gives you syntactical error. So just give the single, either triple single quotes or triple double quotes. It works for initializing multi-line string. So move on to our slides. Okay, so minus indexing is work for the Python. Okay, so that is print character in reverse order. Slicing, string slicing. What is string slicing? You can return a range of characters from your string by using slicing method. So what is the syntax of slicing? So specify start index and end index separated by the colon to return a part of string. So let's check one, the characters from suppose position 3 to 5, but note down that index 3 is included and last position index, that is end index, is excluded, that is not included in that substring. So suppose s is a hello students, and if you want character from 3 to 5, that means fifth character is excluded and 3, 4 characters are included. So what is 0, 1, 2, 3, L, O only get displayed. So output is LO. Great. I hope you are enjoying watching this video. Okay, so negative indexing. Also for slicing, negative indexing is also applicable. Use the negative indices to start the slice from the end of the string. B is equal to hello, comma students. Okay, so if you want to print -5 colon -2, -5 means -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5, that is U. From that U, -4, -3 UDE get displayed on the screen. Okay guys, okay, so let's check on the IDE how it works. Slicing is works, how slicing it works. So open. Okay, so just I'm removing this part. Suppose string hello students. Okay, so slicing from 2 colon 5. So 2 to 5, that is 2, 0, 1, 2, L, then index 3, 4. Okay, so just check what is the output. Run string 1. Okay, so it gives you LLO as a string. Suppose 6 till 6. 6 is excluded. Run string. So then also it gives you LLO and space. Understood, guys? So slicing, you can make the string substring of that string. Okay. Also, what we have to do? We have to slice -5 to -2. So what is the result? Just check. So result is DEN. So result is DEN, because -5 is D, -4, -3 and -2 is T, but T is excluded. That's why it is not recorded or not displayed. Understood? That is all about slicing, guys. Yeah. So move on to the next point, that is string methods. To get the length of the string, use the length function. In string, number of functions are available. Print, length, amol. So it gives you 4 as a string length. So after that, strip method, which removes the white spaces from the beginning or end. Strip function. That means if there are white spaces, that is spacebar, tab or anything space before or after the string, that spaces is removed by the strip method. Okay, so let's check on the ID. Okay, so this is the, delete it. This is the hello student having some spaces, after some spaces, and you want to remove it. S dot strip. Okay, so let's check what it gives you. Okay, run the string. So it gives you hello and students, but middle spaces are not removed by the strip method. Also, if you want to check what is the length of this string, so which function is available? Length function is available. So just run it. It gives you, yes, what is, okay, so what is the line 2? It gives you s dot length. Okay, print. So something is problem here. So just check s dot length method is available or not. Yes, this is the length. Okay, length method is available. So what is the use of length method? Length method gives the length of the string. So length is the 22, because it is also counts the spaces in that string. Okay, great. I hope you are understand what is mean by length and strip method. Okay, so move on to the next. A dot strip, it returns. Okay, what is the use of strip method? Removes any white spaces from the beginning or end, not at the middle. Split method splits the string into substrings if it finds instances of the separator. Split method, what is the use of split method? Splits the string into substring if it finds instances of the separator. For example, hello students is a string. Split a dot split, where we want to split at the comma character. So it split hello and students, and the saved result into a list. Okay, list having 2 elements. One is the hello, one other is the students. So let's check split method. Hello student. Okay, so what we want to do? Split. Okay, so how to access? S dot split, tab split, where we want to split, suppose comma. Okay, but give the comma operator, comma character here. Okay, so run it. Okay, what is invalid syntax? Okay, why it is invalid syntax? Because we want to, okay, now run it. Hello is the one string and students is the another string, separated by comma. Separated where? In the comma. The comma is a character, and characters or string anywhere you can represent it in either single quotes or double quotes. That's why it gives you error before. Yeah, It's great. Everyone knows what is the meaning of that comma. Okay, but my question is, what is the my question? That is, if I am not specifying any character, then what happens? Run the string. So what happened? Then hello and students, these are the string, and that is split based on the basis of space character, tab space character, that is white spaces, that is divided into two. So here hello comma is also a total one string. Understood, guys? If you don't specify where you want to split, then automatically it by default it is based on the spaces, and if it is there is no spaces available, for example hi, and you want to split, so what is the result? Yeah, it is gives the list. Split method return the list contains only one string, that is hi. Great. I hope you are understanding what is the meaning of split. If you have any problem, let me know and write the query in comment box or chat window. So move on to the next part. Okay, so there are number of methods available in string class. If you want to check it, you can go and just check by using dot operator. S is the object or reference name. Then you can want to make it upper, so upper, that is the method available. Just go and run it. What is the result? Result is all characters are in upper letter. If you want to use lower, then just use lower. So lower method is available. Use dot operator and tab. Okay, so what happens? Run. So here the string with h as a small, so every character becomes in the lower letter. So in the string class, there if you s dot, use the dot operator, it gives number of available methods, data members you can access using string reference variable. So there are number of methods available. You can use anyone as per your requirement. So guys, today we will stop here. If you have any queries, problems, let me know and write it in the comment box or chat window. Once again, thank you for watching.